So this video is a continuation of Exploration 7.4a, where we are looking for values for the sine inverse and the arc sine. And so right away, we want to identify that the ratio that we're dealing with is a negative ratio. And so I know that sine is going to have negative ratios in the fourth and the third quadrant. Now, sine inverse will only give us one answer, and sine inverse is defined between negative 90 and 90. So when I type sine inverse of negative 0.8 into my calculator, it's going to give me the angle of negative 53.13 degrees. And so that's the angle in the fourth quadrant, is negative 53.13 degrees. And so again, this is where sine inverse of negative 0.8 gives us our answer. Now to find arc sine, I know that I need multiple answers, and so that's going to be down here in the third quadrant is where I need my other answer. And so I'm looking for this angle right here. Well, I know that this is 180 degrees, and we're going past 180, and the reference angle is 53.13. So to find this large angle, I'm going to take 180 plus my reference angle of 53.13 degrees. And again, keep your answer in your calculator. I'm going to go ahead and just multiply that by a negative 1 to make it positive, and then add that to 180. And so I will end up getting this larger angle. So for arc sine of negative 0.8, I will get a positive 233.13 degrees. You could have also went the negative direction and taken negative 180 minus negative 53.13 and got the negative angle also, either way. And so my answer for sine inverse is the negative 53. My answer for arc sine is 233.13. If I wanted more answers, I could keep going around and around and add multiples of 360. For the next one, we have tangent inverse of positive 5. And so tangent is positive in the first quadrant. When we take the tangent inverse of 5, we get an angle of 78.69 degrees. I know that tangent also will have a positive ratio down in the third quadrant. And again, remember tangents opposite over adjacent, so I could label these sides 5 and 1, 5 and 1. But keep in mind, since I'm in the third quadrant, both would be negative, which is why tangent's ratio ends up being positive. This angle is 78.69 degrees. That's what we would find using tangent inverse of 5. Arctangent wants more than one answer, so to find the answer in the third quadrant, I'm traveling 180 and a little bit more, so I'm going to take 180 plus 78.69 again. And so my answer for arctangent of 5 would be approximately equal to, add 180, and we would get 258.69. Now there's two ways that you could write the general solution for arctangent. We found two unique answers, so we could write it as theta is approximately equal to 78.69 plus 360 degrees. So once I find this angle, add 360 over and over and over again, or subtract 360 to get more answers. So multiples of 360. My other unique answer is the one down in the third quadrant, which is 258.69 degrees. Same idea, add multiples of 360 in. Now what makes tangent a little bit different than sine and cosine is that the two answers will always be 180 degrees apart, since the period of tangent is 180. So instead of writing both answers, another way that I could do it is to just start with the 78.69 and add multiples of 180. Oops. 180 degrees, multiples of that. So you either could write both answers and add multiples of 360, or just one answer and add multiples of 180 over and over and over again to get infinite answers. So one or the other is how you would write your general solutions. The last one, same idea. except this time tangent has a negative ratio. I know that tangent is negative in the fourth and in the second quadrant. When I take the tangent inverse, my calculator will give me the answer in the fourth quadrant, and you can see that we get negative 30.96 degrees. That's this angle right here, negative 30.96 degrees. So the other answer for arctangent would be going in this direction, and notice that we are short of traveling 180, so I'm going to take 180 minus or plus the negative version of that angle, and this will give me my other answer, which ends up being 149.04 degrees. So these are the two values for arctangent that we can see in different quadrants. And again, from here we could write these as general solutions to find more.